Hey guys, Big Sim, and welcome to episode 11 of Rare and Collectible PS3 games. Oops. So the first lot of games I'm going to talk about today are the Jackpot party games. These are party games that you can play with friends, they're multiplayer. This one was American exclusive. This is You Don't Know Jack. It's actually quite difficult to find for me, not being released in the PAL region. And this is the Jackpot Party Pack, which I also had a little bit of trouble finding. It was released in Australia. I didn't get the Australian copy. I believe I've got both these copies for under $20, so yeah, you should be able to find them too for under that price. They're not necessarily desirable games, but you don't see them at all, so I'd definitely pick them up. Next we're going to talk about the Jak and Daxter Trilogy. Now this is the PAL release, the Classics HD. And North America got the Jak and Daxter collection. So that's the two versions. They're actually quite expensive. They go for between $40 and $60 online. I don't believe they're that hard to find. So if you're looking hard enough, you should be able to find a copy for about the $20 to $30 range. And being re-released on PS4 with limited run, etc., you may even find the price going down, possibly even going up, because it's limited run, but who knows. That's the Jak and Daxter collection. Next game is JASF, JASF. This is a Jane's Advanced Strike Fighters. It's a plane fighting type game. It's got a reversible cover. And it's actually quite difficult to find. I have never seen it in the wild. I got my copy online for, I believe, $8 from CEX. Of course, they're sold out now. And it does have an Australian release. So if you can find this for under $15, definitely pick it up, guys. You don't see it at all. Next game I want to talk about is an American exclusive game. It is Jeopardy. And we all know what Jeopardy is. This is Jeopardy. It's actually really fun. If you're a fan of the TV show, you're going to love the game. It's only released in America. I had to import a copy from, I believe, Amazon. I think I paid about $20. If you're in America, you should be able to find a copy a lot cheaper. And again, it's still a collectible game, in my opinion. Next game is another American exclusive. Being exclusive games, I would definitely say they're collectible regardless of where you live, because there's going to be collectors around the world who want them. This is Jimmie Johnson's Anything with an Engine, and it's a kart racing game. I was lucky enough to find a copy in Australia for, I believe, $15. That copy's online, can go for a little bit more. We have Jimmie Johnson's Anything with an Engine. Now, the next game I want to talk about is interesting. This is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle. Now, the North American version of this game is very expensive. Years ago, it was very expensive. I'm talking $60, $90 plus dollars. The PAL version used to be a cheap game. I got my copy for $9 5 years ago from EB Games when they couldn't get rid of them. But having the NA copy so expensive, it's slowly driven the price of the PAL copy up. And now the PAL copy even goes for $50 plus dollars. I looked online and there was not a copy of this online for under $50. So yeah, I'd definitely try and track that down earlier than sooner, guys. I couldn't tell you what to pay for it now because I've got no recent sale histories or anything. But yeah, that's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle. Next we have Journey the Collector's Edition. This includes Flower, Flow, and Journey, I believe. I've played Journey. I really enjoyed it. It's like it's hard to explain. It's just like in a desert with this little character here and weird animations, and it's just really relaxing, fun game to play. It's a nice little collection to pick up. It's not the hardest to find, but I do not see this in the wild anymore now that I think about it. I haven't seen this for years. Yeah, but I'll definitely be looking to pick this up for under $20, guys, if you can find it. That's the Journey Collector's Edition. The next game I'm going to talk about is another American exclusive, and it's Jurassic the Hunted. I was lucky enough to find this in Seattle for $4. I've never seen a copy in the wild, and I believe copies go for quite a lot of money. But I wouldn't want to pay over $20 if I were you. It's sort of like a Turok dinosaur hunting game. I don't know if it's any good. I've never played it. But yeah, that's Jurassic the Hunted. Next I want to talk about one of the Just Dance games. This is actually another American exclusive. This is Just Dance Kids 2. Of all the Just Dance games, for me personally, this is the hardest to find, being an NA exclusive. If you're in America, I'm sure this is going to be a cheap common game, but if you're in the PAL region, that's an NA exclusive, so I would try and track that one down. Next game I'm going to talk about is the Katamari Forever. If you've played any Katamari games, you know what this is about. You're a piece of trash rolling around trying to pick up more pieces of trash to get bigger. Sorry guys, I'm going to mute my phone. Yeah, that's Katamari Forever. Copies are actually online. I'm looking at like the $40 range. I wouldn't want to pay that, but if you can find this complete for under $30, I would pick it up, guys. It's Katamari Forever. It's going to hold its value, certainly, like all Katamari games. It's really fun to play. Doesn't matter what system it's on, Katamari is a great game, so definitely pick it up if you see it, guys. Next game is an RPG. It is Knight's Contract. I rarely ever see this in the wild. I couldn't tell you when I picked my copy up. I've had this for 5 or 6 years. But I do rarely ever see this in the wild. So I'd try and find this one if you can, guys. Knight's Contract. I've never actually played it. Just looks like a hack and slash type RPG, so it looks pretty cool. Next game I want to talk about is quite rare. It's a PAL exclusive. I believe it was released in Germany, Spain, France, and Italy. And that is Kick-Ass 2. Please correct me if you guys know the correct countries of release. Oh, here we go. We got it on the back. We've got Russia, Spain, Germany, Italy, France, and apparently the UK. Well, that's just the language. But anyway, that's Kick-Ass 2. Copies, you're going to be looking at the $40 range to get a sealed copy imported, guys. However, if you've got a contact in one of those countries, you can get a copy quite cheaper. So that's your best bet, trying to find someone in one of those countries, and possibly if you find a collector, you could trade with a game that was exclusive to your copy. For example, if you're in North America, I've just spoken about plenty of North American games. Again, the PlayStation 3 collectors group on Facebook is really great to meet other collectors. I personally have met actually hundreds of collectors around the world, and I've traded with 50 to 100, possibly even more collectors. I've never had a bad experience. You can find out people's reputation on there pretty easily just by asking people and if they've traded with other collectors before. But yeah, that's the PlayStation 3 collectors group on Facebook if you guys aren't already involved with that. Here we have Killer is Dead, the limited edition. This is actually quite hard to find, and you're going to be looking at least the $20 to $30 range, possibly even more online. This is the limited edition. I'm actually unaware if there is a standard edition. I will actually be researching that after this game because I do want to collect all the vanilla copies. So if you know if there is a vanilla copy, please leave a comment below in the description. That'd be highly appreciated. Next game's quite interesting. So there's two. They're the same game. First one I'm going to show you is the PAL release. It is Killzone HD, the first one. As you can see, not to be sold separately. Because in PAL region, this was sold in a trilogy pack with 1, 2, and 3. One got its own release with a disc. However, it was not to be sold separately. You can find this in the wild though. If the collector knows what he's got, you may end up paying a little bit more, but you can find copies for $10 cheap with sellers just assuming it's another cheap game. However, this I want to talk about is quite rare. This is Classics HD Killzone. This is the Region 3 Asian copy. Now, this was actually a standalone release, and it's completely in English. So if you want a complete release of this game, you'll have to track one down through Asia. It was released through Play Asia at one point, however, they are sold out. So yeah, that's Killzone 1. And moving on, if you're in North America, Killzone was released in a trilogy pack with 2 discs inside, all in 1 pack. So this is the pack that North America received. I haven't actually got the PAL trilogy pack as of yet. I will look to track that down at some point. Next set of games, I'm going to talk about the King of Fighters. This is the King of Fighters 12. This was released by SNK. It didn't get the best ratings or reviews. Copies can be found for about $15. It's the King of Fighters 12. However, the King of Fighters 13 was released by Atlas. It received great reviews, and being an Atlas game, there were less copies out there. So this can be quite difficult to find, but that's the King of Fighters 13. This is the North American copy. In PAL, you receive the deluxe edition. There wasn't a standard edition, which I still haven't tracked down the deluxe edition because it is quite expensive. Copies online are all in the $40 plus range, as well as North American copies about the same. So if you find a copy under $40, guys, I would pick it up. The next couple of games we're going to talk about Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Remix and Kingdom Hearts 2.5 HD Remix. These include all the Kingdom Hearts games up until the end of the PS3 cycle. So you've got Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, you've got Recoded, Birth by Sleep, Chains of Memory. Yeah, pretty much you can catch up to date in the Kingdom Hearts series on this. If you've got a PS4, these were released on PS4 multiple times. But I still believe these are quite collectible, guys. You're going to be looking at probably the $20 range to find these. And yeah, so moving on, that's Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5. I do believe copies of this are cheaper than they used to be, since it has been re-released on PS4. However, still definitely collectible, guys, and I'd be looking to add them to your PS3 collection. The next game I'm going to talk about today is Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. This is an RPG. It actually has really good reviews, guys. However, personally, I didn't enjoy it. I played about 4 hours of it. I played it a couple of years ago when I was already used to PS4 RPGs, I guess, and in my opinion, it looked pretty basic, and I wasn't a big fan, but if you're an RPG fan, give this a go, guys. You can find copies under $20 still, and I rarely see it in the wild. So yeah, definitely try and pick that one up. And the last set of games I'm going to talk about today, guys, are kids games. If you've been watching the series, you'll know that I reckon kids games are worth collecting, being that they're hard to find in complete condition with, you know, what kids are like with their video games. So this is Kung Fu Panda. We've got Kung Fu Panda 1, Kung Fu Panda 2, and Kung Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary Legends. Yeah, that's the Kung Fu Panda series. You can get all these games under $20. You shouldn't have too much difficulty. Maybe the Showdown of Legendary Legends will be a bit harder to find. Yeah, definitely try and pick those ones up, guys. Alright, that concludes episode 11 of Rare and Collectible PS3 games. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. Hit that subscribe button and the like button below. It'd be much appreciated. If you guys want to catch up with me throughout the week, I post on Instagram pretty much daily, as well as stream on Twitch almost every day. And I'm active on Twitter as well, so be sure to follow me on there, guys, if you're on Twitter. Yeah, have a nice day, guys, and happy hunting. I'll see you next episode.